Okay, so I just got the DJI Neo 2 and it's pretty spectacular because it's several drones in one. It's a selfie drone that you can follow, do selfies with, no remote control, hand launch, pretty fabulous. It's a traditional camera drone with GPS and it's an FPV drone. Today I'm going to review the FPV experience of the DJI Neo 2 and go over what that experience is like. So FPV, first person view, you can use manual mode or you can use like normal mode or sport mode. But what makes it FPV? Because we're using goggles to give us that first person view. I'm running the DJI N3 goggles and I'm running the DJI RC3, the remote controller 3 for FPV. And of course the DJI Neo 2. You can fly around in sport mode, normal mode, and it's giving you GPS, but it's not like manual mode. If you're in normal or sport mode and you let go of the stick, it's gonna stay there, right? The GPS locks it in, it'll stay there. Makes it pretty good. But manual mode is the true FPV mode, and you gotta constantly be flying it to keep it off the ground. So if you're in manual mode and you let go of the sticks, it's gonna drop out of the sky. Okay, but first, how do we get into manual mode? I'll go over that now. So on the goggles, you open up settings, go to control, remote controller, and then down here at the bottom, I'll show you. Custom mode is my manual. And you can see on the custom mode, it's the left three-way button. So on the left side, the three-way switch, all the way up is normal, in the middle is sport, and then the bottom is custom, my custom mode, which I made manual mode. Okay, and then you see here also C2 in the bottom is start motors. And then mid is stop motors and top is stop motors, right? So I have 2 stops and 1 start motors. So my right three-way toggle switch needs to be all the way down to start the motors. But this is how I have my controller set up to fly manual. I can get into manual with the left toggle going all the way down, then I can start my motors with the three-way toggle switch all the way down on the right. And so I come in for landing, I'm in manual mode, I come in for landing, I can just cut off the motors. And when you're flying, you can switch between normal, sport, and manual mode. And when you do that and go into manual mode, it makes you adjust the sticks to a certain position when you're in the air so you can take over manual mode. But what you don't want to do is the right three-way toggle switch. You don't want to shut the motors off, because if you shut the motors off in midair, it just drops out of the sky, and I did it. There's also, when you go over to gain and expo, there's this M mode altitude limit. Now, if it's on and green, it's going to limit how much tilt. Even though you're in manual mode and you're flying with the sticks, if you let go of the sticks in manual mode, it'll drop out of the sky. This manual mode attitude limit will not allow the drone to flip over or to dive straight down, right? It only allows it to tilt so far. It won't let it go like a full 360. So it limits the attitude of the aircraft. So you can fly in manual mode, but it's not going to do flips, dives, spins, or I should say barrel rolls. It's not going to do barrel rolls. It just limits how much angle you can put on that drone. So you want to make sure this is off if you're trying to do flips, dives, and all that stuff, right? Those are the manual modes, and you need to make sure that you're able to get into manual mode on your controller with one of the toggle switches, and then you need to, one of the custom buttons, and then you need to turn that M mode attitude limit off so you can do full maneuvers. It might be good to leave that on at first if you've never flown manual mode, just to get used to it and try it out, but it's still manual mode. It's just limited. Taking off in manual mode is a little tricky compared to like other FPV drones. It wants to kind of wash out, and you got to give it a lot of power, and I'm hesitant to give it too much so it just takes off, but it kind of wallows around a little bit. The easiest way to take off and land is just in normal mode, like GPS, and just let it go straight up, and then you can start flying, and then you can switch over to manual mode. It's just a little cleaner, easier to take off that way or to land that way. Manual mode is a little harder. Like I said, it kind of wants to wallow around a little bit. It's finding its bearings before it goes. You just have to give it a lot of throttle, and it's a lot more than you're normally used to. But manual mode, how is it manual mode? Well, it flies pretty good. It doesn't have a ton of power to do lots of acrobatic maneuvers and stuff, but it's got enough power to cruise around and just get some nice cinematic shots. You know, just cruising around, flying around. It's great for that. Chasing things, chasing people, just getting used to manual mode and flying around your sticks. It's pretty good. It's very enjoyable. But what it's not going to do is have all this power to do all this acrobatic stuff. You can do flips with it, and you can do barrel rolls, but it's not the smoothest, because all the DJI drones, even though you're in manual mode, diving or something, and if it's too much, it'll kind of just flatten out on its own. Because you can dive this aircraft, but it takes a lot more room and a lot more time to pull it out. Because if you do it too fast, it kind of just washes out. It goes into this like self-protection mode. Even though you're in manual mode, it has self-protection mode, it seems like. You're kind of limited on barrel rolls, dives. Even on a DJI Avata 2, it's the same way. It has more power, but it still has this self-protection mode that when it's too low, too sharp, it'll pull out on its own. If you give yourself plenty of room to dive and pull out, it'll be fine. It flies really nice. It's just not going to do all the tricks. It's more of a cinematic, smooth, flowy type flying, and it is pretty fun to fly manually. It's not like a 5-inch acro drone, right? But you can see it does good. It's probably like 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, and it's a little bumpy, but the smaller DJI Neo2 aircraft handles the wind fairly well. It's not super loud. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable to just cruise around, get cinematic shots. It's good for like vacation, and it's pretty good for just being able to do all these different things. The FPV mode is pretty good. It's a lot of fun. It's just not a 100% free manual experience. I mean, if you let go of the sticks, it's going to fall out of the sky. And as far as flight time, I'm getting like 7 to 8 minutes just cruising around, which is pretty damn good. Like other FPV drones, you're getting like 3 to 4 minutes, right? It'll do everything you want, just not fast. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's good time. It's good practice. Good for cinematic shots. Like, you can do some pretty fun stuff with it. That's my review of the DJI Neo 2 in the FPV mode. I hope this video was helpful. Comment down below if you're flying the DJI Neo 2 and you're in FPV mode. Let everybody know what you think about it. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys later.